There is a charity in Britain known as To Hatch, and what they're doing is they're having a lottery to award the person who wins the lottery fertility drugs, okay, or in vitro fertilization. So what they're doing is they're having people in Britain pay $20 or £20 each to enter this lottery, and the winner will get the fertility drugs or the fertility treatments in order to either conceive a child, or if she is unable to conceive a child, they will find a surrogate to conceive the child.
Right.
You know, they're willing to help out so this woman can be a mother. Now, people are outraged by this because they feel like it makes pregnancy cheap. But to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with it at all. I mean,
Right.
if this charity wants to have this lottery in order to raise funds for their charity and in order to help one person, I don't think the tickets are that expensive, £20. People can afford it. I don't think it's that bad. But personally, what I would do is I wouldn't enter a lottery. If I can't conceive a child, I would consider other options, like, I don't know, adoption. But that's just me personally. I know people want to have biological kids. I completely understand that. But I don't know. That's all I had to say.
I don't know.
about that.
I mean, listen, there are people that do this, though, whether you would do it or not, and it seems like a reasonable, way for them to raise money, and it's a cool grand prize if you get it. And there are women who would, who it's a very expensive process.
That is adorable.
That is fantastic. Yeah, and that could be yours for £20.
By the way, just real quick, just to give you numbers on how expensive it is to have a surrogate deliver your child. I have a friend who had cancer, breast cancer, and as a result of that, she had to remove her ovaries because it was going to spread, and it was a horrible situation. So now she's married, she's trying to have kids, and she needed to find a surrogate, she needed to find an egg donor, and the entire procedure is going to cost her around $140,000.
Wow.
And it's incredible. I mean, she had a whole fundraising thing where people helped her out, and I think she raised about $40,000. But that is so much money.
It's a crazy amount of money. It's
so
just
that's why I'm in favor of this charity
Yeah.
helping women out if they want to have biological kids. You know, it's very expensive. I understand that maternal instinct. I understand people wanting to have it. I'm saying personally, I wouldn't do it. I would just adopt if I really wanted to be a parent. But
yeah, the outrage is what, based on the fact that they're doing it for fertility or surrogates? I mean, adoption. You pay for adoption too. I mean, it's a kid and you're paying money. If they're saying you're putting a price on this kid's head, it's not really the situation.
You're not buying the child. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not buying exactly.
And then also people that are donating sperm, you're getting paid for that, or donating eggs, get paid for that. All this can be pointed out as trivial things. But, if somebody's trying to have a kid, let them have a way of doing it. If they can't afford it, they're helping them out. What's wrong?
One person who's against this is Josephine Quaintavel, and she says, creation of human life should not be reduced to a public lottery. Instead of this, shouldn't more be spent on research into fertility problems? That's her argument.
Yeah. This does not mean that money is not being spent on research into fertility problems. I love when people are saying, shouldn't we be doing more for this? Well, we are doing plenty, I'm sure, and yes, we could be doing more, but this does not take away from that.
Agreed.
People need to calm down a little bit.